What's going on, YouTube? It's the Advice Slanger. What you slanging? Hey, what you slang gonna come back to you. So today is Freedom Friday, and today's topic is going to be how to protect your energy, right, when you can't get away from negative energy. How to protect your energy and keep your energy pure when you can't get away from people with negative energy. Now, in a perfect world, and ideally, we want to be around nothing but positive people, nothing but positive energy, nothing but people who are also manifesting them dreams, and be around nothing but people who are happy, right? That is, in the perfect world, ideally, that's where you want to be. But sometimes that's not the case. It comes a point in everybody's life where they just cannot get away from, the negative energy that is around them, from the negative people. Maybe you live with somebody who's just always negative, always angry, never happy, and they're affecting your energy. Maybe maybe you're at the job, and maybe there's someone at your job that you just can't get away from. You have to work with this person. This person's part of your team, or whatever the case may be, and they're always negative, so always mad, so they're always trying to get to you, or maybe they're just always negative and mad, and it gets to you, and they may not purposely be trying to do so, but it is affecting your energy. You ever been around somebody and they're mad and they're angry, and somehow you just start to feel mad and angry about whatever's going on in your own life? And that may not even be a thing at that particular time. So you may be far away from whatever's bothering you, but all of a sudden, now it's starting to affect you, all because who you're around is negative, right? Because of the negative energy they're emitting, okay? So I'm going to give you 3 ways to protect your energy when you cannot get away from negative people and negative energy, right? All these 3 ways, or all 3 of these ways, they all build on each other, okay? They all build on each other, and they all, will be very, very, very helpful when you're trying to protect your energy, when you're making the effort to protect your energy, okay? If you can do all 3 of these things, I promise you, if you can do all 3 of these things, it will definitely help you to protect your energy, okay? So the first way to protect your energy from people or things that you can't get away from is to practice meditation, right? Practice meditation. Now, I spoke about this in other videos, but meditation is very beautiful, and it's so helpful when it comes to keeping your energy pure and raising your energy and your vibration and your frequency, okay? So how meditation comes into play with this, okay, is because when things are chaotic around you, right, you have to start meditating. You must start meditating so that way you can calm your inner energy. Because here's the thing. Just because things are chaotic on the outside doesn't mean things have to be chaotic in the inside. Just because there's chaos around you doesn't mean there has to be chaos inside of you. Okay? So when you're meditating, it doesn't take 6 or 7 hours. You don't have to meditate all day. You don't have to practice, meditation like a monk, or, or anything like that. You don't have to do it like that. It can get that deep, but you don't have to do it like that, okay? Just take maybe 5 to 10 to 15 minutes to meditate, right? If you can get that, and you should be able to get that, because everybody has 5 minutes. Everybody's on their phone for longer than 5 minutes a day. So take that time and just start meditating. Just sit down, calm your mind, right? Calm your mind, and don't allow things to bother you, right, at that particular time. Do your best to find you a place and find you a slot of time to start meditating. Now, once you start meditating, like I said, it will calm your mind, and you'll start to notice that things that are bothering you, that were bothering you on the outside, no longer bother you at all or as much, So that's the beautiful thing about meditation, okay? So once you start meditating, right, this is the foundation. That's going to be the foundation of the rest of these other things, because they all build on each other. So that will be the first foundation, right, of what you need to do to protect your energy when you can't protect you, or when you can't get away from the negative energy. Okay, so that's the foundation. That's the first thing, is meditation, to help you calm the inside. Now, the next way that you can protect your energy is to plan your escape, right? Plan your escape. Now, what I mean by plan your escape is not to run away from your problems. I don't mean, I don't mean to run away from your problems. What I mean by plan your escape is start to sit down, right? Start to sit down, take time, maybe after you meditate, or after you meditate, and this will come eventually. As you start to meditate, this will come, and you won't even You won't even have to do anything extra. This will just start to come, right? So what I mean by plan your escape is not run from your problems, but find out how long. This will give you an estimate of how long you have to deal with whatever it is that you're dealing with. Okay? This will give you a way that you can find out how you can get away, how you can eventually get away from the negative energy and the negative people that you currently can't get away from. Okay? So, how do you plan your escape? All right? Once you start meditating, you will start to see clearly what you're supposed to do in life. You will start to discover your purpose, and you will start to find out what it is that you're supposed to do in life and how you can get to the point where you can build your own. Now, do not run from the issues you're having now, because everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Everything has a purpose. Our job, right? Our job is to find out what reason that is. Okay? Listen, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, right? They do not want you to live a horrible, stressful life. They want you to live more of a carefree, stressless, stressless, calm, peaceful life. That's the life that they want for you, right? But this, the world we live in makes that very, very, very difficult to do just naturally, right? You have to actually purposely take the time to make that happen for yourself. So when you plan your escape, right, you're going to start to meditate. You're going to start to find out how you can get to be on your own, to where you can get around nothing but positive energy or be by yourself, okay? And then it'll allow you to be more calm about what's going on, because as things are happening, you're going to be like, okay, well, I know I only have to deal with this, until I start doing this. And as you start to take the steps every day to get to that goal, it'll become closer and closer. It'll see light at the end of the tunnel. Things that you don't like, or things that are hard, or whatever the case is, if it has an end, it makes it more bearable, right? So let's say, maybe you don't like school, or you don't like work, or whatever the case is. Imagine if you just had to show up to work and you didn't know when you would go get off. You could be there as long as who knows when. It'd be unbearable. You'd be like, man, I don't even know when I'm gonna leave. But but what makes work and school or whatever you don't like more bearable is that when you can get out. Man, I can't wait till 3 o'clock. I can't wait till 8 o'clock. I can't wait till midnight so I can get off of work. I can't wait till 3 o'clock so I can get out of school, 2:50 or whatever. So whatever time that you are let out from whatever it is that you don't particularly like. Okay. It makes it much more bearable. So as you start to meditate, right, and then you start to plan your escape and see how you can get out of whatever it is that that you're in, or whatever you're trying to get away from, okay, it'll give you a light at the end of the tunnel, and you'll be able to see, like, okay, I only got to put up with this until this long, and give yourself a time frame. Don't give yourself a date or anything like that. Give yourself a time frame, like, man, between ages 20 to 23 or 20 to 25 or however long, I'm gonna make it, right? Now when I say plan your escape, that doesn't mean go out, right, and put yourself in a bad situation, because you do not want to put yourself in a bad situation trying to escape a bad situation. You want to put yourself in a good situation, right, to escape your bad situation, because it doesn't do you any good, and it's not going to do any good for your energy to put yourself in a more stressful, a more harmful situation. It's not just to try to get away from this situation right here, okay? So that's the second way that you can protect your energy, because then you'll start to be more calm. Now, you're already going to be calm from meditation, and that'll help you be more calm, because you'll know how long you're going to have to deal with this, or have an idea of how long, and you'll get your purpose in life, and you'll start to do that, and you'll start to manifest it, and then it'll happen. I promise you, it'll happen much, much more quickly than if you're not meditating and you're not, planning out the rest of your life, okay, or at least the next step in your life to get to where you're trying to get to, right, as far as getting away from negative people. So the third way that you can protect your energy, right, the third way you can protect your energy is be an example, be a lighthouse for those that are around you. Listen, it only takes one person to change the atmosphere of where they are, right? It only takes one person to change the atmosphere of an area, okay? So listen, if you are, like I said, meditating, you've planned out your escape, basically. You planned out your next move to get to, that positive energy, right, that you're seeking, and that positive environment, right? The things that people are doing to you, whether they're doing it purposely or not, they're going to start to notice that you aren't getting bothered by things. right? And they're going to want to be a part of that, right? They're going to do one of three things. One of three things. Either A, they're going to leave you alone. Two, they're going to want to find out how you were so peaceful. How are you going about the things, or how are you going about dealing with the things that you're dealing with? They're like, man, how are you always so calm? How are you always happy? How are you always smiling? And this is happening to you. This, your life is this way. This is bad in your life, or whatever the case is, right? They're going to want to know how. Or, right, or they're going to start hating. But don't worry about them hating. That ain't got nothing to do with the slinging game. We don't pay attention to people who are hating. You know, so it's really one of two things. They're either going to leave you alone, stop bothering you if they're doing it purposely, or they're going to want to know how you're so peaceful, okay? And so, like I said, as you start to meditate, right, as you start to meditate and then practice meditation, then you start to plan your escape, then you start to manifest it, you'll be much more happier. And that's how you keep your energy pure and keep your energy well when you're out here talking. I mean, when you're out here dealing with the things that you're dealing with that you just can't get away from at the particular moment, right, in your current situation, okay? So it all builds on each other, right? If you can do one without the other. You can start at any point, but you can start at any of the three. It doesn't have to be meditation, then plan to escape, then be a lighthouse. You can be a lighthouse first, then you can kind of be a lighthouse first and then practice meditation. But if you practice meditation first, it'll be easier to be a lighthouse, and then it'll be easier to plan your escape, right? But if you start meditating first, then you'll start to realize your purpose, your plan, right? See, learn what your dreams are and start to manifest those. Then you'll start to write it down on paper and start to plan it out. You'll see the light at the end of the tunnel. Then you'll be much more calm because you'll have an idea of where your life is going and understand that what's going on right now will not be forever. It will not be forever, okay? So that is how you protect your energy from, places or people or things that you just can't get away from, right? Because ideally, like I said in the beginning, ideally we want to be around nothing but positive people, positive environments, things that are making us happy, things that don't cause us no stresses, right? No stressors or things like that, okay? But sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes we can't always do that. So this is 3 ways, and I guarantee you, if you follow these 3 ways, they will help you, to protect your energy from things and negative things and negative energy that you just can't get away from, right? You just don't have a choice but to deal with it, okay? So, I hope this video was able to help y'all. Information down here at the bottom. Please send me questions and topics that I can talk about that you would like to see me make a video about. Please like, share, and subscribe, because then you can help my channel grow, and you can reach more people, right? And then I can get more broader topics to talk about, more topics that can reach more people and be more relatable to more people, okay? So please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. The subscribe button is down there, and you can click the bell notification. That way you can know, because listen, everything happens for a reason. I may make a video that you might need that day, but you may miss it, or you may not see it till after the situation because you didn't, so you weren't aware. So I thank you guys. I love you guys. Listen, all this, all these videos I make is all about loving yourself. It's all about protecting your personal energy and starting to reap the benefits of having positive energy in your life. Because the energy you put out is the energy you're going to get back. So if you're putting out negative energy because of the things that are around you, that negative energy is still going to come back. You're never going to be able to escape. So love yourself, right? Because if you don't love yourself, it's impossible. Love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, it's impossible to love anybody else. So it's the Advice Slinger out.
Big Steve on the track with another banger. They say I'm the GOAT, the Advice Slinger. There's a lot of temptation, but I know it's danger. Inspiration from the king, he started in a manger.